Okay, big week here in Tiger basketball. Certainly busy week, really. We guys have a lot going on with finals. I think they've done a good job finishing up in the classroom the way that we want. Really proud of the way our guys approach those things. Certainly has been a little bit of a different week for us in terms of practices, give them a couple of days off. We also have our big community service project, Tiger Wonderland, tonight with the women's basketball team, where we really get involved with some underprivileged kids and have a great time with them, give them a chance to have a little bit better Christmas, great time of interaction for our players with some young folks, and something that we really enjoy doing every year. Susan Ruark from my office does an unbelievable job. Appreciate the sponsors that get involved. It's really a wonderful event. So we're excited about that. And then obviously the big game on Saturday, travel to Florida and play a Gator team that is very talented, unbelievably fast-paced in how they play, about as fast as anybody I've seen in a while. Shoot the ball exceptionally well from three, have multiple ball handlers, guys that can really dribble and pass. There's some similarities between the two teams in terms of both teams a lot of times have four guys out on the floor that are making threes and can dribble it up and attack quickly and put pressure on defenses. So, we're excited about the opportunity. We know it'll be a game where we'll have to play extremely well to win.
Miami had that three-game losing streak, but against Cincinnati the other night, it looked like maybe they had ramped up the intensity a little bit, just from what I saw.
Yeah, I think so. Basketball, we just, we play so many more games that you're going to have nights when you don't shoot it well. You're going to have a night maybe when guys aren't quite as sharp. And you just got to kind of plow through it. And, it's the one thing is you have a bad week in college basketball and you can lose 3 games. And so that's one of the real challenges in our sport is, you don't know what's going on with another team, their players, what's going on with your team, your players. It's such a long season that, again, there's going to be a time when everybody has a bad week. You're just not going to get through a season like this without guys maybe not playing as well or maybe not having energy, just being a little run down, worn down, or some games where you just don't make shots. And, they really battled back and had a great win on the road against a very physical, tough Cincinnati team, a team that I think is picked to win their league or be first or second, and a team that's been in the NCAA tournament a bunch. So that was a great win for them, great bounce back, and we certainly know that we'll get a great shot from them here on Saturday.
Getting David back for this game, how much of an impact can he have, especially defensively? And it's a bit of a double-edged sword because, trying to incorporate him when you've already built some chemistry.
Yeah, it's not as easy as folks realize to just, to bring in a new guy in the middle of the season. That's what's so difficult about it. Obviously, we dealt with it a little bit with Elijah last year. He's going to play. He's going to help us. He's going to be a guy that we think can defend multiple positions. And offensively, I think he's a guy that still has to get comfortable because he just hasn't played very much. And, he probably hasn't mastered all of our stuff quite as well as some of the guys that have been playing a lot. But, physically he's just different. He's bigger. He's a big wing. He's athletic. He can defend multiple positions. And, this isn't an easy game to get thrown back in the Wolves to, but we're certainly glad we have him because they have so many guys on the perimeter that can score and attack, and you're going to need depth in that area.
I watch them play, their guard play. Smart guys, look like veteran guys. Is that everything kind of run through those guys outside?
Yeah, I think they're just they're certainly a perimeter-oriented team. Chioza at the point is incredibly fast, but also, the thing that is super impressive about them is they play that fast and they really don't turn the ball over that much, and that's hard to do. It's hard to play that fast and not turn the ball over. You have to have great decision makers. You have to have guys who understand pace, when to go fast, when to go slow. We still struggle with that some. We get going too fast, and then we start throwing the ball all over the place, and that's not good. And it's something that we've gotten better at here in the last couple of weeks. But that's one of the things that sticks out to me is their decision making while playing fast. They really can play at a speed that very few teams can match, and they really don't get going out of control. And again, they're in attack mode. Really, as soon as they step on the court, they're ready to go.
Coach, you had so many close losses last season, and you've really been blowing out just about every team this season. Any concern at all about how they'll respond when they get into a tight game, or does
Not
that
really. I
confidence
mean, I think
carry
you
over?
just play and see what you can do, and don't worry about those things. And I think playing at Ohio State and getting down by double figures, and sometimes everybody wants to look at the final score, but there are games that you're required to make big plays throughout the course of winning time, and the winning time could be, middle to end of the second half. You've got to make plays, whether it's stringing stops together like we were able to do there, or consecutive baskets. And so I certainly think that environment was a good one for us, and hopefully will serve us well moving forward.
Is this being an environment good to go on the road? And obviously, Gainesville a long way from Miami, but still, you might expect to be a little bit more Florida fans there.
There'll definitely be more Florida fans, I think, than Clemson fans in the arena, and so it'll be a little bit of a hostile environment. It'll be, a different kind of place to play, a different venue, a big venue. Hopefully, our guys are excited. I think our guys enjoy playing in front of bigger crowds, and so, we're optimistic that with it being a doubleheader, that it'll be a nice crowd there that day, and people will be excited about watching good basketball. And so, hopefully that'll give us a little extra juice. Certainly, Florida will be supported well, and we know that, but that's not something we really worry about too much.
Will this be a good barometer game, I guess, with ACC play just a few weeks away?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I think you're just kind of watching your team all the time. Every team is different. The kind of matchups you have, lead to different kinds of games, and it'll be interesting to see the way this game plays itself out. And how both teams kind of react. I think they've probably been in finals this week as well, and guys have had a lot going on, and I think sometimes you can be a little mentally challenged. I mean, it's not easy to be focused, and you never know what you're going to get. Sometimes guys are so relieved and excited that you play great. Other times you're just the stress level. Like I felt like our guys were a little stressed out on Saturday against Samford. I just felt like we were tired, and wasn't so much physically tired as it was. I think we just had a ton of stuff going on last week with final papers and presentations, and it seemed like multiple guys on our team were, doing things well into the night, and so it was just almost like there was a mental fatigue that was there. I'm hoping we shake that. Most of our guys are done with things today. There are a few guys that still have exams tomorrow, and so they'll be studying well into the night tonight and try to shake it off and get ready to go, because the game, once we kind of leave campus tomorrow afternoon, the game will be on you pretty quick. And so it is a different kind of week, and you just kind of do the best you can. And the crazy thing about us, we had these couple weeks to kind of take a deep breath. Really, we probably didn't get as much of a deep breath as we would have liked. And then we turn around and we come back and we've got a bunch of games, 3 games in 6 days. So we've got, as soon as we get back, we kind of got to be ready to go again. So it's really kind of a challenging time here for our team, and we know we need to kind of get our minds right and be focused and play well.
You beat a national brand in Ohio State. They're a little bit outside your recruiting footprint. Now you're playing Florida there in the Elite Eight last year, won a couple national titles. How big could a win like this help you in terms of recruiting?
Yeah, I don't know if basketball, I think sometimes fans make more of that even in football too. I mean, it's great to go down into somebody's, home area and maybe beat them and talk about that, but I don't think somebody comes to your school because you were able to beat their team, their local team. I do think it gives you a little bit of PR, though. I do think that people understand that, and we do recruit some in Ohio and the Midwest, and so it's good for us to play a Big Ten team, play well, get a win, and go up there and do some recruiting. And certainly the same would be true in Florida. We have guys on our team from Florida now, and we have in the past, and we'll always continue to recruit down there. So to go down there and play well and just kind of showcase how we do things, I think is significant from that standpoint. Anybody else?